Amy and Matt here, and yeah, this has been one of the best stays I've had in a year. COVID, everything. Glad I got to do some cool videos, and yeah, but everything has to change once again. But it's been fun. Anyways, I thought I would be doing a review because I haven't done one in a while. So, let's begin. Elimination Chamber happened, and didn't really have the right sources to watch the show. Although I did miss one match, it was still a pretty solid show. Still watched a lot of it. But anyways, yeah, let's get to it. So, pre-show was Rey Mysterio, who defeated The Miz. And yeah, this was, though I didn't see it, but yeah, this was a really good match too, I'm sure. But you have The Miz trying to use a chair, and of course Rey gets an offense. And then we got Rey Mysterio and Dominic perform a 619 on The Miz after Rey does a roll up. So there's that, But we got the show with Roman Reigns and Goldberg starting. And I will say, as much as I've said in the prediction video that Goldberg, or Boxberg as I call him, has a lot of bad history going into Saudi, this was actually a pretty good match too. And I mean, they really went back and forth, big lockup in the beginning. You have Goldberg, who I believe, he did a spear. I can't remember about a jackhammer, but Roman Reigns finally got the offense and hit the guillotine in order to win the match. Yeah, Goldberg didn't power out. Well, he tried, but yeah, Roman Reigns is still your champion. So, you have the Elimination Chamber. You got Alexa Bliss, which came out in her, I guess, witchy gimmick, or whatever you want to call it. She didn't use any of the mystical powers that she used to, so hopefully that's dead. But you have, Piper, Drop, Niven, Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley. This match was really good too. And you have Nikki Cross pinning Rhea, her rival in the past, and eliminated Piper Niven. You have Bianca Belair pinning Rhea Ripley, and then her and Alexa went at it, which she ended up going over. So she is going to WrestleMania, a rematch from SummerSlam, which, for what it's worth, the match with Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch should be awesome. It's going to be for the Raw Championship, so I mean, that'll be different, I'm sure. But yeah, it's something to look forward to, I guess. You have the women's tag team match, Naomi and Ronda Rousey, who defeated Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville. Now, this was supposed to be, in my opinion, this was Ronda wrestling with one arm tied behind her back, as Sonya Deville still had a broken arm. Or so we thought. They get into the ring, and she takes out the sling. Now Ronda Rousey is sporting a blue gi, which is pretty cool. I mean, she is a mixed martial artist. So, I mean, yeah, this was a good match too. But, you know, Charlotte ended up putting Sonya in a armbar, which Charlotte didn't really go in to make the save. So, yeah, Naomi and Ronda won. And Naomi got hers in too. But, yeah, this was a really good match. Got falls count anywhere. Drew McIntyre versus Riddick Madcap Moss with Happy Corbin. And, yeah, this was a good match as well. And it started out in the entrance. You had a scary bump where Drew did a Alabama Slam on Madcap, and, well, he landed on top of his head, which I guess it was a pure adrenaline, because he kind of just, continued. They wrestled outside the ring. Baron had a chair, hit Drew with it to no effect, But yeah, Drew ended up taking Angela and hitting the Claymore and winning the match. And, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, rather, I think Riddick is okay. I mean, they checked him out when he was backstage, and apparently things were fine. So let's see if it's the truth. I don't know. You have the Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch defeating Lita. Well, it was still a good match. Lita hasn't lost a step, but I mean, there it is. It's kind of like, alright, well, that's cool. And Becky just, well, I figured she was going to win. Obviously, no one wants to see Lita versus Bianca, so yeah, it's going to be a good match at WrestleMania. You have the Usos doing a squash to the Viking Raiders, attacking them on the entranceway as well. You have the Usos slamming Hanson into Raw, and that didn't really go anywhere, unfortunately, so that sucks. And then you got the Elimination Chamber. So there's a point where Bobby Lashley got injured. Rollins performed a buckle bomb on Theory, which ended up in Lashley's pod. Lashley slapped his head and, kind of got removed. So he is no longer the champion, so that's fine. You have just, Bobby Lashley. Brock Lesnar somehow got into the ring, hits a F5, whatever the fuck, on Seth Rollins, then hits an F5, pins Matt Riddle, hits an F5, hits AJ, hits an F5, and pins Austin Theory. Now they wrestled back and forth, obviously. So, there it is. Well, you have your fucking champion versus championship match at WrestleMania, so yeah, I mean, how? We couldn't have AJ Styles win the match. No, we couldn't have that. Matt Riddle said that he might win the title, but no, fuck no. Is there any reason why we have to do this? Back in 2002, and yes, I'm gonna talk about the first draft, you fucking had The Rock as the undisputed champion. And it was fine up until Bischoff decided to bring back the World Championship, and thus we had 2 championships on 2 brands, and whatever. But then, this kind of ended up where you had 1 champion. And then, let's go all the way back to WrestleMania 35. You have Becky Lynch become Becky fucking Two Belts. So, what's, if you're going to have 1 champion, then have 1 fucking champion. Get rid of this 2 belts bullshit. Because you have Sammy Guevara, who won the Unification TNT title, but he has the 2 TNT title championships. What is the point? Really, what is the fucking point? But, again, what the hell do I know? Anyways, yeah, this was alright. This wasn't good. This wasn't great. It was just alright. Hopefully Reddick is okay. Hopefully Bobby is okay. But the Fed has no imagination anymore. I really hope WrestleMania is good. I really do. Because we're going to see Roman 2 belts. Oh, maybe we might see Brock 2 belts. Who fucking knows? Anyways. Talk to you later.
So that them cutting WCW was a long time coming. But I think that there's this myth out there that Jamie Keller that's why he took pleasure in cutting WCW. I don't think that's the case at all. Because if you look at some of his earlier interviews, like